Good morning, everybody. So I was just going to office today, and I thought I'll make a video. Now you see, we all have different things that we want to achieve in life, but it's not always easy to do so because life is just tough, man. There are few things that we want to achieve. We think about ourselves to be that person, but in just living a life, those things, those passionate things that we want to do, they just vanish off. Like you don't have control over the regular life that is happening around you. So how do we make sure that the goals that we have, the things that we want to do, the things that we want to achieve in life, we are able to, one way or the other, able to achieve those things? So I'll try to explain how I think of it, and if you guys later have a question, you guys can comment or send me a message. Now, you see, I think of goals as I set goals in two different variants. The first variant is a short-term goal, and the other one is long-term goal. With the short-term goals, if your mind is straight enough, they're pretty easy to achieve. And even if that doesn't work out, you would still find a different goal to follow. So for instance, I'm gonna try to run 5 miles a day, right? Now, if that's something that I'm not able to achieve, maybe I'll do 1 hour of boxing or 1 hour of badminton. So these short-term goals are pretty easy to navigate, and one way or the other you can achieve them, because the ultimate goal in running is to basically burn some calories, and if there is some other activity that you can do, you can always replace it, right? So it doesn't have to be fixed. So some goals are short term and they're not that important, or they're not that strict, I would say. But no matter what sort of goals you have, short term or long term, I think there is a clear pattern of how I think I've been able to solve or achieve some of my goals. The number one thing is that you have to think about you achieving that goal, right? So think of the goal that you want to achieve. A lot of the times we don't really envision ourselves to achieve something great, So unless you think of yourself from within that you want to achieve a goal, it's going to be very difficult. If somebody is imposing a goal on you, that's not your goal. If somebody wants you to become something, that's not the goal that you may be passionate about. Become passionate about something by thinking of that goal deep within you, and then realizing if you want to, if that goal is for you. So anything great, anything outstanding that you want to do some, keep that thought with you for a short period of time. Do some research, try to see if you like to do this. If you want to learn swimming, try to see if you actually want to do it, or not just because somebody in your family wants you to be a swimmer. You should have a thought of your own, and why you need to be a swimmer, right? So when you want to achieve a goal, try to make sure that it's a goal that you in yourself personally, you guys are setting for yourself. Okay. Second thing, think of this goal as something that you are worthy of achieving. Sometimes these short-term and long-term goals that we set for ourselves, we are not so sure in our head that we will be able to achieve, and that's where the problem is. If you're one way or the other, try to find a way to convince yourself, nobody else. Like, there is nobody else that matters, and it's just yourself. If you're able to 100% convince yourself that that's a goal that you will be able to achieve, then you're worthy of achieving. That's the second step in the milestones. If you can achieve that, then we're one step ahead, in the process. Now, once you have thought of the goal and you feel worthy of achieving that goal yourself, the third thing is very simple, but it's oftentimes very hard as well, and that's working on it. So what I've seen is, when the goals are short term, I'm mostly able to achieve them very easily, because that's a short term thing. You don't have to spend days and months on it, and maybe in a couple of days, in a couple of minutes, sometimes you are able to achieve the goal, right? So let's say I thought of setting an appointment with a doctor, right? And that was a goal of today, for instance. I would have easily be able to spend a couple of minutes and book the appointment and see the doctor, right? That's a short-term goal, but those are mostly easy to achieve because you don't have to be consistent enough for a longer period of time to work that out, right? Now, think of losing weight, for instance, right? Or think of getting the highest marks in the class, right? So these sort of things, those are long term, always take a lot of time, and that's where the third thing, which is consistency, comes in. Now, you have thought of a goal, you are worthy enough in your head to achieve the goal. You're no different than the person who is able to achieve the goals. So you're worthy enough, and now you're consistent. Now, when you're consistent towards the goal that you have set for yourself, and in being consistent, sometimes you may have the cheat days, but don't take it as something that have completely disrupted the entire process. Just try to skip the day when you have cheated, but the next day should be as productive as the last productive day. So working towards the goal and being consistent is the only thing that would help you achieve that goal. So if you're looking to achieve something in life, try to set the goals for yourself. Be worthy that you are able to achieve these goals. These are things made for you, and then be consistent so that you can easily achieve them. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day.